and a very warm welcome to you all, wherever you are, to today's third edition of CORFUHOLICS, Road Trip Through Paradise, where today we're broadcasting to you from our micro mobile streaming studio here, obviously on the beautiful land of Corfu in sunny Greece, but today we're in Cassiope, beautiful Cassiope, the harbour, all the fishing boats and everything else on the northeast coast of the island. And as well as broadcasting on Facebook Live, you can also find us on www.kirkera.live and of course vimeo.com and YouTube, and we are linked to Twitter and Twitter's Periscope. And as always, I'm very grateful to have the help and assistance of our wonderful producer Claire Haas, who will be attempting to answer all your comments on Facebook Live Messenger. If you like what you see and hear, please like us and follow our page. That way you get heads up on all our future broadcasts from us here at Studio Kirkera. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. And as you know, no broadcast would be quite complete without the one and only Thomas Haas. Hello, Thomas, and how are you today?
Hello, Adrian, and hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. You can see it's we in Cassiope, man, and this was a wingende prayer we pulled it off.
You could say that, yes. It's been a little bit of a squeeze. And actually, if we'd have been broadcasting 10 minutes earlier, you wouldn't have seen me at all. Maybe you'll be pleased about that because the sun was completely drenching my face. But you'll be pleased to know it's just gone down to the brow of the hill, which actually is splendid. I have to tell you guys, I am looking at the most wonderful view. Not just of Cassiope Harbour and all those lovely boats.
But also at me.
Well, of course, obviously, goes without saying, yes, but standing resplendently over the sea and the Ionian Sea and the harbour here at Cassiope is the wonderful Cassiope Castle, and that is where the sun has just dropped down over the hill on its way to bed. So actually, usually I'd say, oh, that's a shame, but no, today it's good because I'm not sweating like I was 10 minutes ago. So I think everybody's relieved to hear that.
Well, what a day, guys.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching again here on CORFUHOLICS, our road trip through paradise. And this was a fantastic day. We have a couple of clips. You can see I think we were sweating. It was great.
Indeed.
But it was such a great day because we met a couple of followers, viewers of our show, and we are so privileged to meet you guys. Thank you so much. It's so motivating to see you. It's so motivating just to sit and chat and meet you guys. So thank you so much for all your support. It's great. It's fantastic. But here, yes, we are in Cassiope, and what a day it is. It is hot. It had 34 degrees today. Now it's coming down a little bit to 28, and I can see you guys already writing in a lot, actually. Thanks so much. But before we go, I want to show you where we are, and here we are in Cassiope Harbor. Look at that view, man. You can't beat that.
It is beautiful, really is.
But if you guys want to take part in the show and you have anything you want us to know or you want to comment, don't hesitate. Go on now, Facebook Live, send us a message or send us a message to CORFUHOLICS@kirkera.live.
Yes.
Yes. What a day. It was really great, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, yes, I have to say, let's be honest with our lovely viewers and followers, I spent most of the day on the road because we had to pack up and sadly leave the fantastic Stemmer secluded hotel at Sadari, who I must say have been wonderful hosts to us, but also to all their lovely holidaymakers that they get there. And that's through hard work and dedication. They're a fantastic team. But here we are at Cassiope. We came here a week or so ago, didn't we, Charles?
Great.
We were taken by it right away, weren't we?
Yeah, totally. I mean, Steve showed us around. He's one of our followers and viewers. Thank you, Steve, for showing us around and making such a great day for us. And we walked around Cassiope for an hour.
The grand tour we
got. But he really showed us a lot.
Absolutely.
And what a fantastic area.
It is, full of hidden gems, as they say. The Steve we're talking about is Steve Storsey McCabe, who's the resident DJ right through the summer season, all the way up till October, here in the wonderful Illusions Bar. You can't miss it. It's right in the heart of beautiful Cassiope.
Yeah, and we have to say thanks to our host with the electric, and here we go, and this is Tavernaki, the traditional taverna here in Cassiope. What a fantastic taverna. Guys, thank you so much for hosting us and giving us much needed electric so we can do that one But thank you, and we're gonna have a bite afterwards there, you know that?
Yes, we had drinks there before when we did our scout for filming purposes a week ago, but we haven't actually eaten there yet, but we're certainly going to be breaking that mould later on tonight. And while I'm on the run of thanking people, Thomas, can I just say a big thank you to all of those at Virginia's, which is the bar next door that sells a fantastic array of drinks. I was certainly in need of liquid refreshment when I got back here with not too long to spare today, so it's been a bit of a tight schedule. Poor old Thomas was out more or less on his own with Jamie doing all the filming, and I feel bad that I wasn't.
You haven't even
help.
seen the clip yet, did you?
I have not
so
even seen
I
the clip,
went up to the castle today, man.
Exactly. Lucky you. That's what I can say.
I know. I picked the perfect time, man. The hottest time of the day.
Oh, that's nice. I hope your equipment was all right.
Well, no, equipment. What would you care about the equipment? You don't care about me, or?
Well, yes, of course I do. But I'm just thinking back to that day a long time ago when we did Gardiki Castle. I mentioned Gardiki Castle. Well, that's where the iPad melted and 40 degrees heat, if you remember.
I know.
But we mentioned Gardiki because Cassiope Castle, Gardiki Castle, and Anglo-Castro Castle are a kind of triangular affair going on this island. Northeast, northwest, and the southwest coast.
The defence of Corfu.
Byzantine times, yes, they are. Were indeed, yes, and great lookouts, they really are. Well, we'll tell you about Anglo-Castro when we get there. But from Cassiope Castle, actually, what surprised me, Thomas, is there's more of it left than I thought there was. You know, I've been reading certain bits along the way, and it sort of says it's rather disappointing and there's not much there. Well, I disagree, because I've got this splendid view.
There's loads there, man.
Exactly.
Well,
I'm looking at it right
thing,
now.
Huh?
It's wonderful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and Jay, our cameraman, is going with the camera now quickly, and he gonna show you that castle. That's perfect, Jay. Thank you very much. Here we go.
Now
and
you can
there
see what I'm going on about.
That's getting there. Yeah, that's the castle. That's the castle. Well done. Oops, no, that was a little bit too much, mate.
That was it is quite a castle, even after all these years. So it's great to be here. We haven't actually done a broadcast from Cassiope before, so it's a sheer pleasure and delight to be here doing so. One of the group, I should say, a couple of our viewers and followers made themselves known, and we're so grateful and happy that they did, and that's the wonderful Barbara and Rebecca Avery. Absolutely fantastic people, and it was great to have a chat. Really great to connect with our viewers. We feel like you're our extended family, and we've been doing these live stream broadcasts now almost continuously since the 15th of March in the dark days of lockdown. But absolutely now, when we're on the road, the leash has been unfettered, as they might say, and we are doing our fantastic CORFUHOLICS road trip through paradise, because everywhere here on this island is absolutely like a paradise, isn't it, Thomas?
Oh, it is. Here's the castle. Here you can see that now.
You can see that very clearly. And you can also see a slight similarity, I do believe, to Gardiki Castle. Just a hint of it.
Totally, but it got rebuilt, didn't it?
It has been rebuilt many times, actually, yes. Apparently, according to some guidebooks, there was evidence there of settlements in Roman times, and indeed before that, actually. But I'm fascinated by the Roman times, Thomas. I was reading just before we came on air that Emperor Nero would have been strutting his stuff here in Cassiope and around the castle, along with Cicero and the Emperor Tiberius.
Ooh.
Yes, so it's seeped in history. And of course, Nero was having his bath yesterday in Alcarabi, and today he would probably wandering around his castle here in Cassiope. Well, no, It's not the same castle that you see today. It was a different fortification in those days. So we are led to believe.
No, but it's great. But thank you guys for tuning in and for watching and sending us messages. So if you guys have any questions you want to ask us, don't hesitate. Ask now live while we are on air here through a comment, or if you think we missed something and you want to make us aware of it,
yes,
don't hesitate. Please just come and message us now live here. And if you have any of your great holiday pictures we would like to see from Corfu, then send that to CORFUHOLICS at caregiver.live.
Yeah,
but Tom Giddings is saying, hello everybody, hope you're all well and enjoying the sun. 24 days for us until we are enjoying your beautiful island.
Great, Tom. We look forward to seeing you. That'd be wonderful.
Elaine is saying, hi guys, looking forward to today's show. We try to do our best, Elaine. Thank you so much for taking part. And Vivian von Donegal is here.
Yeah.
My God, hold that poor wee girl's hand that went to God's house today. May have comfort her family and I have no idea what you're talking, Vivian, at the moment. So it's a message. I read that again. We're getting so many messages in, and
it's always good to hear from Vivian. She's got a fantastic sense of humour, as indeed most Irish people have. County Donegal, fantastic place.
Yeah, and I think this has to do with the accident what was yesterday with the 12-year-old girl here in Corfu, what sadly drowned.
Tragic, a Bulgarian.
Yeah, what very exactly Bulgarian family.
Do you think that was to do with the currents? There are some pretty nasty currents floating off this coastline here on the east coast.
I know, and I don't know really. But, I tried to find more out about that, but I couldn't. So what happened exactly, I have no idea. But you're totally right. There are some currents here that are very, very dangerous, and that could catch you out. Definitely, no question about that. So if you swim here, always take a little bit of care. Don't swim out too far.
Key words, Thomas.
That's the thing, yeah. Go in well within your comfort zone, please, and enjoy that. You don't have to go far to enjoy that swim.
Not at all, no. It's not a race or anything like that. It's not a marathon. You're here to enjoy yourself, to relax and to soak up all the beauty. You don't have to be wrestling with Poseidon or anything else from the lagoon.
Yeah, definitely. Let me carry on. Thanks, guys, for writing in. Thanks for taking part. It's Timmy saying hi, guys. Hi, Tim. We sent you a lot of sunshine to Portsmouth. Anthony van der Krank is saying, hello, Corfuholics, day 3 of my online holiday. Hello, Claire, Thomas, Adrian, and James. Great.
Nice one, Anthony. That's exactly right. Somebody called it a virtual holiday yesterday, but an online holiday equally as good. Good one.
Yeah, Lorraine Smith from Portsmouth is saying hi from a sunny Portsmouth. Margaret Johnston is saying hi, everybody, from a hot and sunny Kent at last.
Oh, great. Enjoy it, Margaret. That's fantastic news. We're very happy for you.
Oh, yeah, finally, it's hot. Pierre Towers is saying hi from Bognor.
Hi, Pierre and Bognor. We love Bognor.
Richard Zebedee. Hi, Thomas and Claire and Adrian. How are you today?
Hi, Richard.
We great. What a fantastic day we had. I can't get over that. It was so welcoming.
You know what? Every day is fantastic here on this beautiful island, is it not?
Yeah, I know. But
you're saying it's an extra special.
It's special, yeah. The Corfu special there. But it was so... it took me today because Steve were waiting since 8 o'clock and reserved our parking space here where we are, and we arrived just a little bit after then. So he stood here for 2 hours and
in the
kept
blazing heat.
In the thing. I mean, in the morning it was quite okay. He had the frappe. I saw the picture on his timeline. Of course he had, man. But Steve, thank you so much. It's great. Absolutely. It's fantastic.
He went beyond the call of duty on that one.
Oh yes, he did. And Steve Bowers is saying roasting here in Belekas, set to get hotter in the next few days.
So Steve's already here in Pelican. Welcome.
No, Steve Bowers.
Steve Bowers.
Steve is already here. We're going to see him in Pelican.
So Steve and Sue from Manchester. He contributed to one of the episodes of Lockdown on a Skype live call. It was great, but we would actually really like to see you, Steve and Sue. So please look out for us. We are going to be in Pelican not that long away.
No, next week.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, great. And Jason Saw is saying, loving it. Thank you very much. Richard Zebedee is saying, not a cloud in the sky in Bournemouth today. No, but us neither. It's fantastic.
Snap. Nice one. Seems like a lot of us all sharing and enjoying the similar type of weather, which is great, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Jane Petit is saying, hi from Stoke-on-Trent.
Hi, Jane.
I always enjoy your show, but especially so tonight. Hopefully my hubby is tuning in from where? And the message disappeared. Goring on Dams.
Okay. Ooh. Don't know that place myself, but obviously Cassiopeia has a big special part of all your people's in hearts. It's one of those places of Corfu. When you visit it, you want to keep coming back time and time again. There's a lot of people who are very specially connected to Cassiopeia.
This island has something, doesn't it?
Oh, it certainly does.
We always say that if it grabs you, it doesn't let you go, and it's
never
true.
Ever does it. As long as you shall live, you will be remembering Corfu. And so many people keep coming back to make repeat trips, don't they? They can do 2 or 3 or even 4 in a year, which is quite extraordinary, I think. But wonderful, wonderful.
Then Lynn Hackett is saying, hi from Warrington. I will gonna join you there in 19 days, God willing.
Great. So, touch word for you, yes.
Then Christine is saying, so looking forward to being in Cassiopeia in September. Oh, I believe, yeah. I mean, what a place it is. We just got taken. This was just amazing arriving today, and everywhere the lovely people around, and we were really felt so welcoming.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. So, here we go. Brad Murdoch, hi from Worcestershire. Roll on the 8th of August when we arrive.
Great, good one.
Dave Ness is welcome to the village. Thank you very much, Dave. It's
Thank you,
great.
Dave. Yes, we're pleasure to be here, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, Jackie Cherry. Hi everyone. Christopher Denmeyer is saying it is busy at the moment in Corfu. Say, for example, in Roda or Aravi, is it busy?
Yes
and no.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. We found that Roda was really quite busy, to our surprise. The main strip there with all the little gift shops and tavernas and drink places right by the sea, that was very busy. Arkarabi, the main road that runs through it, less so. I have to say we didn't actually have time to go down and check out the beach. But Sadari was moderately busy, I can say. And looking around us today, now here in Cassiope, I would say that again, moderately busy. But rest assured, folks, everything that you possibly would need or would want on your holiday is definitely open. Okay, not every business is open, but there's certainly enough here that will serve all your holiday needs.
Yeah, it is. And yesterday's Sidari, we went out for food quickly. Yes, there is not lots going on, but there is
a fair
amount of people there. The same is in Roda, the same is in Acharabi when we drove past through today.
And that looks like a fisherman coming back.
That's a fisherman. See,
Hopefully
he has a bit of Cipro there going while he is going fishing.
Well, maybe he's just come back. Hopefully he's got a good catch. I don't know. I'm having a look at it right now. Can't really see it.
So you can see that here he is. And that's the fishing boat, the traditional fishing boat here on Corfu, and it's great to see that one.
It's still... Yes, because that's what it was originally, a fishing village. So it's absolutely fabulous to see the tradition is still being kept very much alive, and it hasn't all gone because of mass tourism. So that's great to see. It definitely is a working village.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Here, Tony is saying, love Cassiope. John Wright is writing in Kalispera, guys, overcast skies here in Dudley today. Brian Avery. Adrian, my sex change was successful this evening. When I met you, I was Brian. Now you call me Barbara. That's my bad. Right. I don't know. I think you said Barbara.
Barbara? No. It's Brian. I don't know a Barbara. Well, not recent times.
Well, it was.
Sorry, Brian. Absolutely, Brian and Rebecca Avery, fantastic people who we had the pleasure to meet just a short wee while ago.
Well, great.
And
we had that promised beer, and this was great. A nice draft here in Cassiope.
Yes, as we would keep saying, we're remarkably surprised how in the last year or so, how many retail establishments have started to stock draft beer. It's really good, isn't it? Oh,
yeah, and they're getting ready. They're getting really, they're preparing perfectly. And you see, there's more and more tourists coming. Social distancing is being taken care of. Everything works like it should do. But hey, you know what? Masks, disinfectant, everything is here. All the businesses are preparing so fantastically. So you really have a fantastic, safe holiday.
Absolutely, yes. We can guarantee that you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, and Denise Al is saying Kalispera again from Saui, Estonia. Hi, thank you very much. Will Nasir is saying, hello, love, I enjoy the show from Egypt. Robert Eberly, I hope you have a lobster pot over that harbour wall. Yeah, I would love to.
I haven't seen one so far, Rob, but good evening to you. Kalispera.
Now, thanks guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in and taking part in the show. If you have any questions regarding this beautiful holiday island of Corfu, don't hesitate. Write into us now, comment live now, or send us a message to corfuholic@carecarer.live, and we do our utmost best to answer your questions. And if we get something wrong, please don't hold back. Let us know. But nobody's perfect, is there?
No, I don't think there is such a thing as perfection, anywhere in the universe, quite frankly.
But what a day it was. We arrived 10 o'clock. We were here. We were setting up. I mean, when you look at that around here, all the boat trips, what's happening?
There's a lot of boat trips.
It's a lot of boat trips going on.
I
was really surprised.
Place, actually.
yeah. No, I was really surprised how many people are hiring boats to go out. It's brilliant.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. It's a mariner's paradise here, I think, in Cassiope. Really lovely. There's a fish farm not far away, which is quite interesting to know. There's also some fabulous viewpoints on both sides, north and south, on the main road out of Cassiope, where you can get clear views of Albania and the Greek mainland. lots to see in the Ionian Sea, of course. It's just fabulous for scenery, fabulous for vegetation, verdant landscapes, as they say, and of course lots of wildlife and nightlife as well. And just a point that Steve was telling us about. He runs this DJ at Illusions Bar. He likes to get people up and dancing. Well, Greek dancing currently at the moment is a bit of a no-no because of the COVID-19 restrictions. But he made a good point that if you are within your own group, your own bubble as it were, it's perfectly acceptable and socially acceptable to be dancing in your group. So he's quite okay about that.
So that works.
Yeah,
I
in
mean,
your own group, that is. I think a mass load of strangers all dancing one with another probably would be frowned upon. It's only for your safety. We don't want to be a load of killjoys here. But they do say that singing and shouting loudly are very nasty in terms of spreading COVID-19. So,
I didn't hear that one.
yes,
Seriously.
that is seriously true, Thomas.
But if I keep
that's one of the
social
reasons
distancing and I shout, should be all right, no?
providing you don't project too much, nasties, as it were. You just got to be careful. But that's, of course, the reason why they stopped all the choirs. And also, going back to those stories that we run in Unlocked when we were talking about meat packing factories and things like that, they found out that it was the people working online who were whistling and singing that were actually spreading the disease, would you believe? So that is a proven fact. So try not to sing too loudly or too energetically, and watch your spray. That's all I can say. While I think about it, I think of an awful story. You know, some people can't help it. When they talk, they do projectile. My father used to be one of those, and you know, every time he went into the bank, this is a long time ago, I won't mention the bank, the poor cashiers used to have to get the cloths out to wipe the blimming screens.
No.
So I think under COVID-19, he wouldn't have gone down very well.
But when you say that now, one of the things now, what I'm noticing and what is a little bit unusual is when you look now in the supermarkets, in the pharmacies, in another shops, is this plexiglass.
Yes, it's good, isn't it?
Shields everywhere, but
yes.
it tills now.
Very good.
That takes a little bit to get used to be honest.
It does, but it is good for both people's protection, both the member of staff and,
Of
of course,
course.
the customer. So it makes sense, doesn't it?
No, it makes
Yeah.
sense. Of course, it's but it's just for me now. You know, when I see that, I think, wow, you know, a change is really the new normal.
Yeah, exactly.
and some things take a little bit to get used to, but
They do,
most,
yeah.
I think, it's quite you can carry on as we did before, and especially with holiday now, the island has everything under control. They great how they respond
wood,
is
so far,
fantastic.
so
Let's
good.
knock wood.
Yeah.
But you know, they so far so good. They really lift up to their name here, and they done great things, especially the municipalities around the island. They really put their effort in, and Corfu Hospital, not to forget all the fantastic
Absolutely.
frontline workers we have here on Corfu. To say a big thank you to you
Huge
guys
thanks,
to
yeah.
keep this island so fantastically safe, so we and other people can come and have a fantastic holiday in paradise.
Absolutely, and picking up on that point, Thomas, that was one of the things the lovely Rebecca was telling us earlier on. She was so impressed with all the staff working hard at the airport here in Corfu. She really was impressed with their testing and controlling the flow of passengers. So, yeah, that's good. You will feel safe, I'm quite sure, when you're here. And we do
Oh yeah,
look
definitely.
forward to seeing
See,
you
and that's
here.
what I heard today from a couple of holiday makers. They said, you know what, coming here and arriving on this airport, how fantastic. When
That's
Brian
right,
said
yes.
something, he said,
Brian and Rebecca was
wow,
talking
Brian
about
and
this.
Rebecca were talking and said, wow, what a great airport. I was really surprised,
It's
you
a
know.
fabulous airport. I mean, it's always been a fabulous airport, but it's probably got just a little bit more fabulous because they've built a bit of a 50% extension on it, which, of course, they were hoping for a lot more flights this year, but, you know, with the pandemic, things aren't quite as they were expected to be, shall we say. Let's hope next year, when this thing has died away and gone off somewhere else, we can all relax a little bit
Right.
more
But-
and enjoy the new airport, because they've done a good job, for sure. haven't
Totally,
they?
Farboard Airport done a fantastic job. The guys did everything they promised, and even
That's
ahead of
true.
time.
Yeah, oh, very much so ahead
You
of
know,
time.
ahead
Yeah.
of time, and that's the
Yeah.
first
That's-
increase.
That's quite impressive, isn't it?
It's not what I say, but
Yeah.
you know, now ahead of time, they finished a couple of months earlier. Okay, that's
Which is
because of
great, yeah.
lockdown. No, they speeded the work up. If you look in there, it's fantastic. What a fantastic airport, and to get now already from holidaymakers such a great feedback.
That is good, isn't it? Yes.
Perfect. It's really encouraging.
It's very good to hear that, absolutely. And it's always been a wonderful little airport, and it is little, I have to say. But I quite like that. I get put off with huge airport halls and loads of people and all the rest of it. It reminds me a bit of Bristol Airport. I've got a fondness for Bristol Airport back in the United Kingdom, you know. But Corfu Airport is extra special.
It's great.
Yes, it is. I like the design, to be honest with you. And as we keep saying, the minute you step off that plane, go down the airplane steps to hit the runway before you walk to the terminal. And they're not taking coaches this time. You do have to walk to the terminal building. But hey-ho, that's no hardship. It's only a short walk. And that's the point. Everywhere you look, you're going to see something beautiful. And if you don't, within 10 minutes, that pizza challenge still stands. I will shout you a pizza, courtesy of Sol Posto from Moretica, of course, if you fail to see anything beautiful within 10 minutes. I'm still waiting.
I know you're promising the pizza. You're grinning away there. But let me say hello to more people. Nikos Louvros is watching. He says, hi guys. Hi, Nikos. That's the man what organizes the fabulous literary festival here on Corfu. What's going to happen this year on the 14th to the 20th of September. But of course we're gonna keep you up to date with the development of the thing here. But also Baron Paul Lawson is writing, hi from Manchester Airport Terminal 2.
Oh.
Work.
Oh.
Just to earn my euros for Cassiope.
Oh, what a good
one.
cause for your money. Excellent. Great to hear that. Wonderful. We give Cassiope your best wishes.
Yes, we will. Richard Zebedee saying, I get my CORFUHOLICS until next June. I come watching your show. Thanks,
Thank
mate.
you, Richard. Keep the comments coming in because we love to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone,
and here our
actually.
cameraman Jay is just going around. He just banned through that harbor, and what a fantastic harbor it is. I mean, it's beautiful. It's more than beautiful, man.
Yeah, and look at the lights, the hues in the sky. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it's brilliant, man. It's definitely brilliant. Dennis Al says, how can I share a picture with you guys?
Ooh,
that's
good one.
easy. Let me put that on the screen again. You want to share anything with us here, don't hesitate. Send it in to corfuholics@carecarer.live, and that's where we're gonna pick the picture up from you. So don't be shy. Send us your best holiday shot from this or from last year or the year before or years before. Anyone.
Yes, exactly.
Your most favorite holiday shot. Send us that in to corfuholics@carecarer.live.
Marvelous.
But let me show you now. I think it's time to show that I've really gone up to these things now, to the castle today, and I picked the wrong time. I picked 1 o'clock. It was really hot there. When I arrived up there, I was sweating buckets. No? But I tell you one thing, it was worth doing it.
Jolly good. Good to hear.
Seriously worth doing it. And let's have a look here quickly. Here we go. I mean, you missed it today. You don't know that clip because I just edited it down a couple of hours before the show. But that's the beautiful Cassiope Castle. What got rebuilt. The track up there, I have to say, was a little bit challenging, but beautiful. It's really idyllic up there. I to describe that. And I got even told that people are going up there sometimes camping for a night.
Really? Okay.
But the whole grounds is around. It's around 10 times the size of Gatiki.
Yes, it looks quite extensive, doesn't it?
Yeah, and again, it's for part of the defensive system.
Absolutely.
Defense system for Corfu.
Yeah, totally. A part of a triangle situation going on with Cassiope Castle here, and Gardiki down on the southwest, and Anglo Castro on the northwest coast.
Yeah,
but
and
that is quite impressive, isn't it?
It's beautiful, but the views, look at that, man.
That's brilliant.
That's the view. They have a perfect viewpoint over Cassiope Harbour and the village of Cassiope.
Splendid view.
What a view. You walk around that castle, all the viewpoints you see. It's breathtaking.
Yeah. And a fabulous Ionian Sea.
Yeah, and look at that. And they're into the village. And it's fantastic. It's an olive grove. The castle in the middle, it's all an olive grove. It's so beautiful. But look at that, man.
Yeah.
The views you have from up there, that's Albania. That's straight on Albania. And it's just, I think, a mile is the shortest distance over.
It could be, yes.
Or a kilometer.
That's fabulous, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. It's just, man, look at the colour of the water, man.
Yes, well, it's known, this whole coastline, for its fabulous turquoise waters, and there you are. You can see it with your own eyes. Isn't it great?
Yeah, if you walk past now, if you walk around the castle on top, you can see every direction.
Yeah.
You can see every. It's breathtaking. I was just so taken. So all this sweating and that, it was worth. It was worth doing. Seriously.
Of course.
But it got rebuilt. And when you look at the craftsmanship of how they rebuilt, it's magnificent.
Yes.
They've done really a great job.
Standing the test of time. It is impressive, absolutely.
Because there were not much there at the beginning.
Right.
No, so that's the whole thing. There were not much there, and they got a lot built, but I think in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
And here we go. And that's what beautiful Cassiope Castle. I was
Lovely.
really taken by it.
Very impressive, Thomas. Looks splendid, doesn't it?
So, but you got a little bit of history of Cassiope or something.
Well, there's a little bit here. I'm reading from a book, actually, I have to say. Yes.
Carry on. Don't worry about that. But
there's a prehistoric settlement here that goes back to the Corinthian city days, which happened long before the Romans colonized the site. They reckon that beneath the village church lies the remains of a temple to Jupiter Cassius, from whom Cassiope gets its name, apparently. Wealthy Romans came here for recreation, thus setting an ancient precedent for today's tourism. And as I said before, among the visitors were Cato, Cicero, and Emperor Tiberius, and of course Nero passed through here. We mentioned him yesterday from the Arcaravi Roman Barbs, where he was known to hang out, apparently. The Romans fortified the headline above the harbour, and the castle was built, they say here, in the 13th century, Byzantine times. If I remember rightly, Gardiki Castle was built a little bit before that, so I'm not strictly sure that that's correct. But anyway, the Venetians, however, I'm afraid to say, wrecked this fortress, and they built their own. So you see, we've already got a bit of a hodgepodge here. We've got different ages of castles. And the broken walls you can still see today, which encircle the crown of the hill. Cassiopei's church is dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Cassiopeia, and possesses an icon of the Virgin that was credited at one time with having miraculous powers. This made the village a place of pilgrimage long before, would you believe, Spiridon became Corfu's patron saint. So there really is quite a bit of ancient history going on here, isn't there?
No, totally, and we know that from Gardiki down when we done the clip.
Absolutely.
I mean, 26,000 years
of civilization.
Yes. I mean, why should that be? That can't be. Exactly.
Exactly. It's not any different. No, it is. It just amazing. This island is. You know, back in Gardiki Castle, I think I've said this before. They found remnants of a sarcophagus dated by carbon dating of 7,500 years. So that's a hell of a long time, isn't it?
That was, we found it out. Somebody told us that they had excavations there, they found that, and they were really surprised to find this in the middle of Gardiki Castle.
They were indeed,
but it is still, nothing has been made public about it. They're hiding this in the archaeological department in Corfu town, sadly.
Here's an interesting fact which I can't believe is right. They say here the perimeter of the castle has a length of 1,073 kilometres. That can't be right. And it's rectangular in shape with 19 strong towers. Did you count 19 towers on your trip?
Man, I was happy to get around there today. But no, I could see there were a lot of towers originally. Right. So I could see that. That must be true. Because when I walked along, there was a gap. Every now and then there was a nice gap where it looked like there was a tower.
Right.
And it wouldn't surprise me at all, because defense systems, back then the Greeks knew how to build a defense system.
Well, funny you should say that. Apparently these strong towers had alternating circular and rectangular cross-sections, which gave that extra protection for the walls. So that's quite...
No, I'm not surprised there. It's really, when you look at it, you have to go and have a look. So if you, on this beautiful island of Corfu, lucky enough to have a fantastic holiday, then you have to visit this beautiful place of Cassiope. And when you're here, you have to have a walk through that fantastic castle grounds. I mean, they really, this is got privately financed.
Yes,
they
so
rebuilt
believe,
here. So, but Winnie had a great story, and she knows the in and outs, because she knows the guy who put his money to his mouth and rebuild that one.
It's a wonderful thing to do.
They done it to a fantastic standard because
Absolutely.
I couldn't spot what was original and what was rebuilt.
That's impressive.
And that's impressive on its own, yeah.
Absolutely. They say, in case you want to know, the thickness of the walls at their highest point of the gate, would you believe, is 1.9 meters thick. That's a thick wall, Thomas.
That's a thick wall. That's definitely a thick wall. Yeah, yeah. But 9.5 meters.
1.9.
1.9
meters. Yeah.
Okay, 9. Sorry, 1.9 still. 1.9. That's
a,
tremendous, man.
That's a lot of stone.
Yeah, and here I am. And there we're getting some messages in. Ellen Martin is saying, I have stopped at the wave bar. And the wave bar is exactly the bar opposite where we are, straight
really?
on.
Well, guess what?
The white canopy, you see, that's the wave bar.
I'm going to wave to the wave bar. That's what we're doing right now, waving to all our
all our wave bar. And Jay
yeah.
is, yes, exactly, Jay. That's it. That's the wave bar. Here it goes. Here is opposite. Stop.
Brilliant.
And that's opposite. That's the wave bar. We have this in here. And Alan Martin is over there. Maybe we're going to see him waving. You never know.
I'm looking out. I'll wave again. There you go. Anybody?
Here you go. He says, That's a good one, man. But Nicole Spell is saying, good evening. Fingers crossed for a week on Monday. A blissful week in Roda.
Ooh. You will not be disappointed. Roda is definitely alive and welcoming to all tourists and holidaymakers such as yourself. So I do hope you can make it, yes.
Yeah, and I don't know, Michael Kelt is saying, since when did Schwarzenegger and Farage holiday together? LOL, somebody just called you Farage, man.
I can't make a reply to that because it would be too rude for broadcasting standards. My name is not Nigel Farage. Never will be. Having said that, no, it hasn't got me. I'd be delighted to interview Nigel Farage any time he cared to come onto this programme. Absolutely.
Ooh, now you got him.
We've been going on about that since lockdown started. But yes, absolutely. I've got a few juicy, meaty questions to ask him should he ever grace us with his pleasure of his company. I don't know whether those are the right words. No, my name is not Nigel Farage. Rest assured
it's
about
great,
that.
but why not, man? Joanne Bennett is saying, visited here about 20 plus years ago. Was just wondering, do bats still fly about at night?
Yes.
My pal was laughing at me as I jumped about. Beautiful place holiday. Beautiful place. Hopefully return was in Sidari last year. So hopefully returns, and she was in Sidari last year. But yes, the bats are still here. You can see them at night. It's great.
Bats are very popular here in Corfu. No matter where you are on the island, you're guaranteed to see bats in most places. Actually, I can't remember where it was, possibly in Sidari the other night. I saw an extremely large bat, actually. Thomas, I don't know whether you saw that one. It was huge.
No.
Amazing how it could fly. It was honestly.
You're sure that was a bat?
Well, what else could it be? It was the size of a rat. I mean, I put it down as being a bat. I don't know. I'm no ornithologist or zoologist, I should say. But it looked like a bat. Yes, there are lots of bats. Absolutely.
So, and we had this yesterday, but somebody else is just asking now again regarding, because we were speaking about boats here. Yeah, and yes, you can hire boats here. There's a lot of boats, and we saw that today all day long, people renting a boat all day. And what I found out is the daily rental for a boat is 90 euros.
That's right.
Plus your petrol, and you can count, if you drive a lot around, you can put around 30 to 40 euros on top of that. So with around 130 euros, you can hire a boat for 6 and explore the beautiful coastline of Corfu.
Totally. And don't forget, travelling by boat, you are going to see the most fabulous beaches and coves that you wouldn't otherwise be able to see or enjoy the pleasure of, because you simply can't see them from the road or from a bus window, I'm afraid to say. You have to get on a boat to really enjoy this coastline for what it is. It's truly magnificent.
Yeah, and for all our sailing friends out there, I had a quick talk with a lovely harbour master earlier today, just inquiring how much does it cost to moor your boat. And of course it depends on the size of your boat you're arriving here, but the prices start with 17.50 euros per night.
Not too bad, because that's all electricity and water.
No, that's separately. Water and electricity. But that's all here. It's fantastic. And you have a card, you charge, and with that you can use that.
Right.
Yeah, so it helps because these cards are uniform to the island. So when you get an electric card here, a water card, what you put into the machine,
that's a good
you not
idea.
just can use that here.
Oh,
you can
excellent.
use this on all the others. That's why these
Fantastic.
machines all look the same.
Right. Rebecca was pointing out to us that if you see a blue strip by the mooring side, it means that that particular mooring has been reserved. So if you're coming in here unannounced, as it were, and unbooked, if you want a place to park up overnight your boat, check out the stone wall that hasn't got a blue band on. That was advice from Rebecca.
Cool. So with the blue band, that's reserved. When
Yes,
it doesn't have
exactly.
this on there,
Exactly.
then that's free to moor.
Yeah.
And it was great when Jay and me were setting up today here to go see the fisherman is coming back. Maybe he got already.
I
But
hope
when
so.
we were setting up today here, a big yacht just parked right next to us here, a
Fantastic.
catamaran.
Oh,
No,
right, yes.
but really huge and beautiful. And the best thing for me was they asked me to help them with the line. So I said,
Great,
okay, throw
marvellous.
it over, man. And the rope, and I throw it back. And as we did that, he just looked at me and he said, oh, I know you. I said, really? He said, oh, you the guys from Studio Keck here. You touring the island. We watched you yesterday on our boat. Great,
Oh.
thank you. So it just
Great,
took me
yes.
by surprise. But I wanted to ask. I thought they're going to stay here this evening. Yeah, and I wanted to ask if we can go while we live with one of our cameras onto a fantastic boat and have a little bit of a snoop around on that. But sadly, they were here to refill their tank and off they gone.
okay.
But beautiful, and that's another side of Corfu. What is not really publicized. Everybody is, it's the all-inclusive hotels they all talk about. But you don't need that. You come to a place like Cassiope. Wow, you know what? You really just need an apartment here.
Oh, for
Nothing
sure.
else.
No, absolutely. There's a wide variety of apartments, flats, but also you can rent lots of different types of villas all around, actually. High-end villas and normal average villas. There are absolutely loads to choose from. And it's always good to book direct, I think.
Oh yes, definitely book
Yeah,
direct. I mean, I think that's the new normal. Gonna fix that now. But travel agents have problems. I got a couple of emails in where people say, I sadly had to cancel my holiday, or my holiday got cancelled, but we're not given a choice now of rebooking to another time, but a refund. So what's happening there? And to be honest, I don't know. I try to find out what's happening. The one thing a lot of people moan about now, is this love holidays.
Okay.
I heard a lot of bad things
I
about
have
love
not-
holidays. I haven't never heard of love
Neither
holidays
have
before.
I, Thomas. I have to become clean and say I've never heard of them. No.
No, but I saw a couple of people were sending over and
Okay.
they said, they're just cancelling is a nightmare with refunds and. No, stick to the bigger tour operators in that case. Or,
Yes.
now through the new normal and there's enough spaces available here on the beautiful holiday island of Corfu. Don't hesitate. Just go on and book direct. They all have websites.
Absolutely.
Or a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Or an Instagram account. Look around. Just get your flight, arrive here. And that's one other question. Is it possible for me now to arrive here on Corfu just with a flight and look while I'm here for accumulation?
It is.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah, it is.
And of course, that's how it was done in the old days. Melita and Marcus Benison was telling us all that back in the 70s of tourists coming here. They often hadn't booked a thing, so they'd turn up at the port from the ferry, and there'd be all these villa owners and apartment owners trying to grab their business. Must have been quite a spectacle and a scene. Yesterday I was talking to a hotelier, Thomas, and they were saying how badly affected they had been by the collapse last year in September of Thomas Cook. I'm pleased to say that that particular establishment is now being furnished by Jet2 Holidays, and it would occur to me that Jet2 Holidays are kind of filling in a rather large gap that Thomas Cook left behind them. So that was encouraging to see. And one of those hotels that you can get a fabulous holiday from Jet2 Holidays from is, of course, where we were last night at the Stammer.
If this There's a
secluded
Jet2
hotel.
holiday.
Yes, exactly. So, maybe good things can come with new brooms, as it were. It is sad that Thomas Cook collapsed and the British government didn't seem to worry too much about a 250-year-old company or whatever. The Germans managed it, of course, but not the Brits. Can't imagine why, but there you go. But anyway, good to see that Jet2 Holidays are still flying, and they're bringing in tourists from the UK here to this beautiful island of Corfu. While I'm saying all that, I'm now very conscious that I'm sounding like Nigel Farage, so I'm going to have to try and change my way of speaking, because I don't want to be like Nigel Farage.
No, but Robert Eberly is saying Adrian Farage Marvel has a certain ring to it. Unbelievable, isn't it, man? But hey, Margaret Johnston is
Are
writing...
you deaf? You must be deaf, Rob. That's all I can say to that one.
But
blimey.
Margaret Johnston is saying, I always have bats in my roof at Carrierdades. Used to have them, and one landed on a customer's shoulder. Luckily, he was not scared of it.
That's right. Do you know, I remember eating a meal a long time ago at Caryatids in Barbati, that fantastic restaurant overlooking the Barbati Bay and beach. Yes, that's a great place for watching bats. I think I've had a similar experience myself, Margaret. Thank you for reminding me actually about that.
Oh,
that was
it's
when
great, isn't
Ian
it?
Dudman was here. Ian Dudman is a follower and viewer, and that's just reminded me of that. Yes, it is. Great to eat with the bats.
And Monica from the Stemmer Hotel is writing in and saying,
Monica.
I love bats. Not for eating, though.
No, bats are fantastic creatures, aren't they?
It's a great. And there you see there's another fantastic boat coming in. Look at that. And that's how you do holidays. And they are also for rent.
Yes, they are, yes. It's a very boating place here, isn't it? It really is.
Totally.
Yeah, on the subject of bats, one useless piece of information, there was an interview by David Attenborough, Sir David Attenborough, that fantastic naturalist, probably one of the best around, and he was saying, he got asked the question, what was the most dangerous or terrifying experience of all your Blue Planet and Living Worlds and all the other programs that you've done in the decades of broadcasting? Surprisingly to me, he said, it was going in a cave and being surrounded by all that ammonia from bats. He honestly had a bad time with that. So I don't think that's to be recommended. But seeing bats flying around your balcony when you're eating your lamb cleftico or whatever it is you're eating from Caryatids or any other fine, exquisite culinary taverna on this fabulous island, watching the bats at play, flying. In fact, they're actually good friends because they eat mosquitoes, and you're not too keen on them, are you, Thomas?
No, they're very useful.
I think I'm going to get you a pet bat for your birthday.
What, you're talking to Rob?
No, you. I'm going to get you a pet bat for your birthday because you don't like mosquitoes.
Oh, do you like mosquitoes?
I don't
Show me one person
like them,
who likes mosquitoes,
mate. But bats do. Bats like mosquitoes. No, I'm not particularly keen, you know. Hello. But sorry, we're saying hello to people that are passing by here because we are actually in a prime spot here, right in the middle of Cassiope Harbour. It's absolutely fantastic. And everyone here is obviously enjoying their holiday and being very jolly as they're walking past. It's a perfect place, you know, to go for an evening stroll, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, now the sun is setting over the beautiful harbour of Cassiope, and the lights are coming on now slowly from all the tavernas, and that's great. And not all the atmosphere,
it will look fantastic a bit later on.
It's gonna be. Wow!
Yes,
I can't. Personally, I can't wait for that.
Yeah. There's actually quite a lot of boat activity going on at the moment. There's a splendid cruiser just going out of my eye line as we speak. I don't know whether that's on one of the cameras. It might be. But it's a very busy little harbour, though.
I know it is walking.
Absolutely,
it's beautiful. It's great.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Here, they
so
just
that's the one
mooring.
That's
a wow, isn't it?
That's a wow, isn't it? Yes.
That's great, and that's how to do holidays, and that's why for sailing or boat holidays, this island is fantastic, and there's so many offers at the moment, especially for sailboats. And I heard now that there are out there sailboats for a week, just under €1,000 a week.
Okay, yeah.
For hire, and that's, they cost a couple of €1,000 a week normally. You're talking 2,000 to 3,000 a week for
really?
Up to 6 people a sailboat, and now it's just beneath €1,000. So it's a big price drop, and that is another thing we saw here happening. That people thought, because it's not this much tourism going on, that they're gonna hike their prices up. No, and they didn't.
They did think that, yes. And they have not. And don't forget also they've had a swinging cut down, marvellous, of VAT. It was running at 24%, but anything to do with tourism and holiday making is cut down to 13%, I do believe.
So, but when I look around now, when I looked in the couple of tavernas here, it seems to me they they charge less this year than they did the year before.
Well, absolutely, and that was definitely the case in Sidari last night. The boards advertising their wares from these lovely tasty tavernas, lots of fresh fish going on there, of course. The prices are definitely cheaper than they were a year ago. I'm sure of that, yes.
Yeah, no, this is so with other things. I mean, here, rent-a-car questions coming in by email asking how is the situation with rent-a-cars? Do we still have restriction in place? There's only 2 people per rent-a-car? No.
That went pretty much quickly after it arrived, actually. They didn't hang around for very long. No, a family with children are fine in 1 rental car. There were some crazy stories at the beginning of that, yes, that's for sure. But as on my drive up here, Thomas, I went past a lot of car rental garages, and all of them were definitely open, whereas, say, a few weeks back, that was not the case.
No, and this was quite concerning because we got these questions in people asking, well, is there enough rent-a-cars available? Is there enough accommodation available? You know, and we were just struck and we couldn't give you a concrete answer. We knew there's some opening up, and the big ones are opening and operating, especially on the airport.
Oh, yes, of course.
But, you know...
But now medium-sized firms seem to be opening, and they seem to be quite busy, actually. In fact, in the last week, I would definitely say on my travels, the island is 100% busier than it was 2 weeks ago. That's absolutely for certain.
Oh, definitely. And that, you know, it's a good feeling, because when we looked last week while we were preparing for this road trip, we got a little bit concerned, didn't we?
Yes, because it's always so sad. You see this place, and we've been here before, or places like it, and it's always been heaving with happy holidaymakers. And of course, it's very sad when that's not the case, especially for the local businesses who rely on the tourism trade to see them through the winter. But it's also sad for all you people who have worked really hard and gone through lockdowns and all the rest of it that's associated with the pandemic, desperately hanging out for your summer holiday only to have it cancelled, or you just can't make it. So that really has been tragically sad.
Yeah.
But we can truly report that Corfu is open for business.
Definitely. Here Anthony van der Krank is writing in, here in the Netherlands, the tour operators let you pay for your holiday, and after you paid, they, couple of days later, they cancel it. So, and that's the trend. I heard that from small travel agents. So local travel agents, they're taking the deposits in. They don't know how to survive otherwise. So I would stay away from smaller travel agents at the moment. You know, it's harsh to say, but in the end of the day, we have to say the truth.
Yes.
Yeah. And when it's a smaller company, of course, I mean, they are all struggling. Everybody is struggling. I mean, take from us on here. No, I mean, we lost all our sponsors.
Yeah.
Let's talk how it is. That's how it's happened for us, because it is a problem here and we understand that situation. But in the end, we don't give up. We carry on. We made you a promise and we said we're going on a road trip, and this road trip we're gonna see through from the start to the finish. It's the new normal. It's not just us who has to get used to that. It's everybody. And some changes hit you harder than others.
Absolutely. Going back to who to book with and who not to book with, yes, that's a good point, Thomas. Bigger firms are probably more secure and probably a better bet. The key thing, if you're flying out from the United Kingdom, the key thing you need to look for is whether they're ABTOL protected. That's the Association of British Tourists.
And there's so as long as you are ABTOL protected, you get your money back.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
And the other way of doing it is take the plunge and book direct. There's plenty of airlines that are offering cheaper flights currently at the moment, although we are hearing stories about the future. Next year could be a different ball game altogether. So really, if you're anxious to have a holiday, probably best to try and grab it this year, believe it or not.
It's you think it's going to change that dramatically next year?
I think from Brexit point of view in the United Kingdom, it's going to be hugely different, yes. I mean, I haven't got a crystal ball, and let's hope that I am proved wrong, of course. But by what I've been reading and hearing from all sorts of people in all walks of life, there's so many changes to what people have got used to over the last 20 years, shall we say. I mean, here's a sad fact. People from the United Kingdom won't be able to simply and effectively transport their pets anymore. It'll be an enormous rigmarole involving quarantines and no doubt lots of monies and fees and goodness knows what else. So it's a different landscape if you're coming with a pet. I think there's also a tremendous amount more bureaucracy that's going to be around, and prices are definitely going to rise. There is no question about that. Still no deal has been done with the EU, and obviously it says to me, I'm sorry, I'm sounding cynical, but it looks as if that was the game plan all along. No deal Brexit. The question I've got, and I'm not going on a rant, Thomas, but while we're talking about Nigel Farage and Brexit, how many people who did vote for Brexit in the 2016 UK referendum voted for a hard Brexit? Those people that were worried about so-called hard Brexit were dismissed as scaremongering, and that's not going to happen. Of course there'd be a deal made. Well, it's getting on a bit. We're in coming up to August, and there doesn't seem anything happening just yet a while. The clock is certainly ticking. The UK is officially due to leave the European Union on the last day of December, so it is a different ball game next year. So if you see cheap deals and holidays and flights coming to Corfu, my advice would be to grab them
and do it. Yeah,
exactly.
So Steve is slowly can't wait for my interview tomorrow, boys.
Oh, well done,
Great.
Steve.
So he
hope you got
is
the
ready
questions,
for that.
because I haven't. You can ask us questions, Steve. We're very flexible here at Studio Kirkra. We like two-way conversations, don't we? And this is what CORFUHOLICS and the preceding programs like Lockdown SK and Unlocked SK were all about, because this is your digital platform. Wherever you are in the world, you can write us in a message and ask us anything you like live on air, or your friends who may be watching as well. So between us, we can come up with an answer for you. And of course, as we always say here at SK, if we don't know the answer, we'll tell you truthfully and find someone who does.
Yeah, definitely. And we got a lot of followers and friends who love this island and have great knowledge about this island. They for sure can help you out. Just don't hesitate to send us a message here live while we on air. So I'm looking forward. I'm getting so many messages. Michael Kelty saying, would love to come and see you broadcast in Guvia when I'm there next week. We'll be staying in Sidari from the 4th of August.
Okay, great. Ooh. Let's hope to see you as well. That'd be lovely.
Here, it goes back to your beds. Margaret Johnson is saying, apparently a single bed can eat up to 1,200 mosquitoes every hour.
Every hour?
Every
1,200?
1,200.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Margaret. That's a font of knowledge there. That's
but it goes on. And each bed usually eats 6,000 to 8,000 insects each night.
Good.
Wow.
That's a lot of catching going on there.
There's a big appetite, mate.
No wonder they fly around with their mouths open. I can see why now.
Definitely. Teresa Daban is writing in. I just finished work, so catching up the last 15 minutes. Thanks for watching, Teresa. We hope to see you very soon.
Yes. And Chris, we may get that interview
Chris, yes,
in that lovely village that we haven't been to yet. But we're working on it.
I get a lot of messages I'm trying to read, and the screen is jumping all over the place. It's brilliant. Jackie Cherry is saying, wasn't the deal oven ready? I have no idea what that means, to be honest. And Donise, see you guys. I sent you guys an email. So some holiday pictures are coming
fabulous.
in great,
Thank
and we're going to incorporate it into tomorrow's show. So guys, thank you so much for writing in and sending us your questions regarding this beautiful island of Corfu. I got another email in asking now, because I spoke about sailing holidays. Right. Is this also available with a skipper? Yes, it is, especially Guvia Marina. We know that for a fact. And okay, that costs you a little bit more, but they have a package there, and I know that because I looked it up. That's for a family of 6, 1 week sailing from Guvia Marina, including the skipper. Guess how much?
I have no idea, Thomas.
1,489 euros.
Right, okay.
That's for a sailboat for 6 people, including skipper, for 1 week.
That's not bad for a week.
For a week?
Pretty good, yeah.
That's quite good. So, yes, they come with skipper. So if you don't able to sail, no, you can hire that with skipper. Another one, and we said this yesterday regarding boats. Do I need a license when I hire a boat? No, you don't, as long as it doesn't exceed 30 horsepower. So everything up to 30 horsepower, you do not need a license. Above 30 horsepower, yes, you need a license.
Yeah. Well, that's quite a good level, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and Pierre Towers is saying our flights in September with EasyJet, 300 pound, had dropped to 132 in June, but yesterday had risen up to 659.
Joe, someone was telling me that it's all about the computer and how many people are clicking. The more clicks that a certain flight or holiday gets, immediately this sophisticated computer programming algorithms or whatever they're called, because I don't understand all that stuff, I have to admit. It's in the algorithm that it automatically increases the prices. So the more popular the airline thinks that a particular flight is, suddenly the prices rise. I've never quite got my head around
No, I don't get that either.
No,
when you look at it, there's summer holidays, and all of a sudden you pay over the odds for your holiday because you have to go. That's when the kids are off school. That's when your company gives you some 1 or 2 weeks off. And now we start charging like crazy. It's outside of the season, and you pay next to nothing to go somewhere. And I don't get that, because when you look here on Corfu, you come here in April or May. How beautiful Corfu is. It's warm.
Very.
It's April,
and
especially to
blossom.
Easter, what the thing is.
Yes,
and you come over here and you compare the prices of flights in May to August. It's crazy.
I think they're all over the place. That's one answer that we've got. There's no consistency with flight prices this year on any airline. That's absolutely a fact,
Absolutely
I'm
true.
sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's a bit of a lucky dip, really, guys, isn't it? Maybe if you were ardently checking your prices every day, for instance, you would see quite a difference in over a week, I reckon. So, as they say, strike whilst the iron's hot. If you see a price that grabs your eye as being fair and reasonable, just grab it. Exactly. Yeah.
So another email I got in is asking about the safety on holiday regarding COVID-19. I mean, I said this earlier in the show, and we said it yesterday. We got 19 cases of COVID here on the island of Corfu. All are dealt with. 3 are in the Corfu hospital in ICU, all the others in the quarantine hotel, and 1, I think, got sent home to the country of origin. Don't get me wrong, guys, but the guys here in Greece are very, very fast. They were one of the first who locked down.
Yes.
Yeah, and they reap the reward.
Yeah.
Definitely. So Greece is, I think, one of the safest countries in Europe to go on holiday.
I can't see why it isn't, shall we say. We, obviously we haven't been to many European countries because of lockdown and all that, but I would agree with what you've just said, Thomas, absolutely. And remember that fantastic report I was reading about a holidaymaker called Gail who went to the Greek island of Kos just a week ago, and she was bowled over by the seriousness of all the hotels and the tavernas in making everybody safe. They really were over the top with their disinfectant sprays, gloves and screens and masks and social distancing, of course. And here's the other thing, guys. Always, every opportunity you can get, just wash your hands, please.
Please, yes. And when we look here at all the tavernas and all the businesses here, they all have hand sanitizers out there for you to use. So don't be shy. Use them. That's what they're there for. Yeah, and that's what they're there for, man. Absolutely. And that's how it should be. And this is great. No, the island is safe as it can be. I think it's better being here than anywhere else, to be honest.
I kind of had that feeling myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and it is, and this is still a great holiday as long as you respect the rules.
Absolutely, yes.
Totally so, but here it comes, and people are taking pictures. The sun is going down, and the beautiful lights here in the harbor are switching on. Look, they are all coming now. And when you look out to the thing, the sun is setting. Look at these colors. It's fantastic. So no, it's going now. It's great. But so don't hesitate. Don't be pushed away now. Oh, I don't know what to go on holiday. It is safe here. The guys are very clued up in what they're doing, and in the last 4 weeks, to be honest, they've done a fantastic job.
Absolutely, yes. And definitely in the last couple of weeks, a lot more businesses have been opening up. I've certainly kept an eye on that, and the results are there for all to see. A lot more hustle and bustle than there were a few weeks ago, definitely.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's getting more and more, and the people are enjoying that in safety. That's great. Social distancing is being practiced. All the businesses protect themselves with face masks and so on. So it's great. It's fantastic. So don't hesitate. Come here to Corfu and have a fantastic holiday. As Adrian said, you never know about next year, to be honest.
No, you don't. If you don't have a car, it's very accessible. There's a very regular bus service from Corfu bus station in Corfu town here to Cassiope. It's 37 kilometres from Corfu town, so they tell me, if you were driving. Parking, there's more parking available than I first thought here, actually, because on the way down today I've noticed quite a few car park signs up. So, don't be put off. There's plenty of places to park your car.
Oh yes, there is. And Brian Avery is saying, great photography this evening, Jay. A shout out to the guys behind the cameras. Yes, definitely, because some situations are not easy, especially when you have tourists running around you constantly. Yeah. So it can distract you, definitely. But no, the guys are getting that spot on. But hey, you know what I'm gonna say again?
I do, but I'm just enjoying that view.
It's incredible, isn't it? And look at the balcony.
Exactly.
There's blue lights on the oh, it's fantastic, man.
It is indeed. Very magical spot.
Oh, yeah. I was taken just arriving this morning. I was just blown away of the friendliness everybody showed us here.
Absolutely.
I was really taken.
They have been friendly.
Yeah.
I wasn't here early this morning, as I said, but I arrived later on, had some errands to do, and the people that I've met have been fantastic. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying some blue lights from where I'm seeing now, actually. Yeah,
it's
nice.
Great, yeah. This is the wave bar opposite. So
that's the one.
The nightlife is starting here now slowly in Cassiope, and I think our friend Steve is now at Illusions Bar at work.
At work, yes. Busy DJing.
He's busy DJing, and he's loving it. No? But how nice that bar is, man.
Absolutely, and he's got 290 bookings right the way through till October. That's fantastic, isn't it?
That's not bad, is it?
No.
But guys, it's so heavy-hearted that I'm saying that now again, but it's true. I cannot say it.
No, but the good thing is we'll be back here again tomorrow.
Exactly, it's all we have time for today. You can see we're still sweating. It's a fantastic evening. We were running all day. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope we were helpful and entertaining at the same time what we try to do here. But guys, that's Cassiope, a fantastic place to make holidays, and the people are just phenomenal here. But that's all we have time for today. Thanks for your comment. If I missed a comment, I apologize. I try to put this in tomorrow's. I have to do that tomorrow, guys. It's great. So thank you for watching. Thank you for taking part. If there's anything else you want to know, send us an email to corfuholics@carecurer.live, and we do our utmost best to answer your questions. But that's all for tonight. Have a fantastic evening. Enjoy your evening wherever you are, and we see you tomorrow again. But for me, for tonight, Kalinichter.
Yes, indeed. I echo all those sentiments. And as always, thank you ever so much indeed for sharing your precious time with us here for CORFUHOLICS Road Trip Through Paradise. Enjoy the rest of the day or evening wherever you are. And as always, a very good evening to you all.